Wow, we're back in Boca. Here we are, Podcast Junkies. Get the Edge Sports Podcast, guys. We got Final Four. We know the 4 teams in it. We got baseball. We got the NBA. We got a lot of good things. And we got a huge guest coming on in a couple of minutes. Very excited to speak to Britton Hart, who is currently the 115 straw champion. There she is. She's here, and she's going to be taking some questions from the guys here, and we're going to talk about her career in a little bit. I just want to welcome you guys on, and let's talk to my boys. I want to introduce the 2 co-hosts on the show, my man TK, Tommy King. What's going on, T?
Yeah, man. Wild week, man. Great week. Michigan, I hope they follow through here. We got the Final Four coming up this week. Should be 4 great matchups. UConn with the shocker. I'm sure we're going to talk about that, man, but I can't wait, man. Baseball is starting. A lot of stuff going on now.
TK red hot with those 5 units, Teddy. He's crushing them.
Yeah. No, he's red hot. That's for sure.
He's picking up the pace Scotty M had for a while there. A little cool off for us, but came off another good month of winning with our VIP selections for the month of March, going 22-9, ready to crush it in the month of April. Want to bring in my other co-host, the one and only TB, I call him, Teddy Brooks. What's up, Teddy?
Scotty, don't sell yourself short. You know, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you have a 2-month stretch, you're lowering my mic.
I'm lowering yours?
What do you want? I'll do it.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. When you have a 2-month stretch like that, or you win as much as you did over those 2 months,
yeah,
even if the next couple months are 50-50, hey, if you look at if you zoom out and look at the 4 months, it was still a good 4 months. So,
yeah,
you know, that's what people need to realize. Not every month is going to be 75%. 80%, whatever you were doing.
Yeah, we were doing some big numbers for a long time. Since we jumped on Winnable back in, I guess, the early part of December, we just been crushing it. So I got a lot of guys following me, and I appreciate that, and looking to keep it moving. We got April, a lot of good stuff going on this month, and so forth and so on. So what's going on, man? The schedule is kind of going low now. We got 4 teams left in the March Madness. And obviously, then we got baseball kicking in a gear. No undefeateds, right, so far in baseball?
They're all undefeateds, knocked out. They all lost
in one night. Yeah, they all lost in one night. So I think baseball is very, very, what's the word I'm trying to say? You know, there's not going to be like a team that's just going to dominate.
Yeah, a lot of parity. A
lot of parity going on. And I could see, it's going to be hard to win 90, 95 games. I think the Yankees got a shot at doing that, and obviously the Dodgers. Outside of that, I like the Brew Crew, too. I told you I think they'd go over that 87 win total. What do you guys think as far as that goes?
The Brewers could do it, man. They hit the ball well. I think they lost the other night, but Milwaukee's hitting the ball good. They got one of their best pitchers going here today. I think the Dodgers are going to do 105 games this year. I think they're going to put them up. Ohtani looked great last night if you watched the game last night. He forgot he was batting. He come off the mound. He forgot he was next to bat. I don't know if you guys watched that late game last night.
No, I didn't get a chance to. I was watching all kinds of other stuff. Lakers looked pretty damn impressive again. They blew out Cleveland, and San Antonio just keeps on rolling. I mean, I think the NBA is a two-trick pony right now between San Antonio and OKC. Do you see anybody upsetting those two when it comes down to it at the end?
I don't see
in the NBA.
I don't see the East touching them. No, I think that the Western Conference Final is the NBA Finals.
All right,
and I love the Spurs. I just think the Spurs are the most consistent team.
Who's winning the NBA most valuable player right now? I think it's going to be Wemby.
Wemby, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I don't know. He just looks too damn good.
Well, Shai's the favorite.
Yeah, well, it's either him or him. Him or him.
SGA's the favorite. I mean, you know, it's very rare. One thing I've noticed is when you're looking at like a hockey game and you got a team that's minus 250, they can lose all the time.
Right.
But I've noticed with these futures for like Heisman, MVP, things like that, I don't know if you guys noticed this, it's pretty rare for the favorite to lose those future bets. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, so it happened in the college football. Well, it kind of dropped down with Mendoza, but he went to the favorite and he ended up winning it. So
yeah, but he was the favorite. Yeah. I mean, at the end, he was the favorite. I'm talking when the year's over, you know, chances are whoever's the favorite is, and there's only, 5-6 games left in the year?
Yeah, it's getting down to the end right now. Listen, it's all going to be about NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, and obviously the start of the baseball season. So you guys got to be prepared and ready to go, because don't forget, when they go to the second season, the intensity level goes way, way up. It's not like a regular season game. These guys start taking it to a whole different level. The point spreads are different. You really got to know what you're doing out there when it comes to betting these games. We've been telling you this for years. So, guys, don't be in a rush just to gamble, to have action. Try to do this the right way so you're looking to build a bankroll and put yourself in a good position. I want to bring our guest in, man. The champ is here, and I don't want the champ to sit any longer because I might get a left-right if I keep letting her sit. The one and only Britton Hart in-house with us. How you doing, Britton?
Hey, thank you.
Look at the belt, guys. We're never going to have a shot at a belt around our backs.
I thought about bringing all 5 of them so we could share, but,
Oh, you should have. We could have all worn one.
Britton's been in the bare knuckles now. How long have you been with the BKFC?
Wild enough, I was there when it really just began. I was on BKFC 2. I think now they're in the 80th show. So that started in 2018, which, wild enough, fun fact for bare knuckle, it was illegal in the United States for a very long time. I think 1972. And they just legalized it in 2018, which is when I popped up on the scene. And here we are, like 8 years later.
This is an obvious question. You probably got asked this 4 million times, but what made you decide to get into this tough sport, man? This is no joke. I mean, we're talking serious combat here. This is straight boxing, no boxing gloves, going right at each other.
Right. So specifically starting in combat sports or bare knuckle, because they're kind of different.
Okay. You were in both?
Yep. I was a professional boxer before I started bare knuckle.
Okay. How many fights did you have as a boxer?
Gosh, at the time, I'm not too sure, but I do have 11 pro boxing matches under my belt.
Okay. And obviously a good record?
It's the wildest thing. It's as 50-50 as you can get. It's 4-4-4. So it's...
When you say 4-4-4, what is 4? Like a draw?
So, yep, 4 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws, which, again, if you're into combat sports and specifically boxing, those 4 draws really say that I won those fights. I was just in their backyard, so they didn't give it to me. So it does have, I'm deceptively much better than what my paper record shows back in those days, which is probably why, in testimony to everyone out there, like, to keep being in it, be in the game, be in the fight, so to speak, because not everything is what you think or what it seems it is. And that if you hang around a barbershop long enough, you get your hair cut. So same thing for me. I was trying to figure out this boxing and go through it. I was winning, but for some reason the judges or, somebody wasn't seeing it the right way. And so I just kept trying again. And then that's kind of to lead into bare knuckle. I was really trying hard at this boxing and learning the ropes on it, I was only in a gym 4 months before I turned professional when I was 26 years old, so in 2016.
Oh, wow. So you started a little later than, right? But most people in this, I don't know, in that field, do they start younger than 26, or is that like a common, like mid-20s?
Say so. I think anything can happen, and you hear a lot of awesome stories to where combat sports or sports found them on their own later on in life. But it's funny that you ask, because I actually even told my coach / manager at the time when he told me to fight professionally, I was like, you can do that? Like, don't you have to be doing this your whole life to become professional at it? And he really did, for what it's worth, made me believe. He was like, no, I think you're something different and rare, and you can change the sport for women. And so I really believed that and hung on to that. And it's amazing to see, for the last 10 years that I've been a professional fighter, what women have done with it in general. Like, it used to be such a stereotype back in the day.
Right.
You were more like a dude or kind of the muscle type of woman. And now it's all women do it. The skinny, bigger, muscular, models, bikini models, farmers, from all walks of life. So to see the women expand it and really get notoriety for it, headlining these events and having Fight of the Nights, it's super exciting. So in some small way, I feel like, I was the beginning and the start of that. Yeah. But definitely for bare knuckle.
So bare knuckle started, how many years back did they form bare knuckle? This organization, BK,
It was in 2018.
FC. 2018 is when it kicked off?
Yep.
So have you noticed, tremendous growth with it? Is it stagnant right now? Has it been exploding year after year? What's your take as someone that's involved in, obviously being a fighter and in the game, seeing the fan base and all that, you see it growing more and more?
Absolutely. It's actually been coined the fastest combat sports that there is. So its growth has been phenomenal. So big shout out to Dave Feldman for that, taking this, because he had a lot of enemies, a lot of people in the beginning that were like, this is never going to work. This is never going to take off. Even when I started doing it, a lot of people were like, wow, this is crazy. Why would you do that? This organization isn't going to be there in a couple of years. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, etc. It was even wild to know that in Philly, sometimes they would say, hey, you're not going to box with gloves on anymore if you keep continuing to fight bare knuckle. And I'm like, what? And then here it is now, all these years later, bare knuckle is legal in Pennsylvania, and they had their Knuckle Mania event in Philly. So that's pretty cool. You see awesome investors coming in. They're having the best sponsors coming in.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor has been a huge table turner for the sport. Shaq is really heavily, I know, we're talking about basketball. Shaq goes to the events pretty regularly.
Yeah, I've seen him at the Hard Rock a few different times.
Yeah.
I was at the last event. That's how I had a chance to meet Britton there. She wasn't fighting, so caught her in the hallway, started talking about the podcast stuff, and she was great to jump on it and say she'd come on, and here she is. What was that, on March 20th, and we're here April 1st, so 11 days later. Yep. So we really appreciate you coming here and, talking with us. So currently right now, there's how many women's divisions, different champions are there? I mean, you're the strawweight champion. How many different female divisions are there of champions they have currently?
So there's 3 now, which is exciting and rather new. So when I first started, there was only one women's class, 125, so the flyweight. And so even though that's much bigger than what I even walk around at, it was like, well, as a woman, you have to be able to go to these different weight classes because there's not as many of us. And if you want to do it, this is what you got. So I was like, okay. And I had 8 fights actually at 125, so more than I have at the strawweight division, just because that was the
you were at 125 at one time?
Yep, that's how I started.
And you dropped down to 115.
Yeah, because we had enough women coming in where they're like, all right, we think we can start a new division. And then just recently the 135 and 145 opened up. Although I don't think there's a champ for 135. It's more so for 145. But they did do this exciting, cool thing, the Queen of Violence, which was set at 135. So there's a belt out there floating for that, which is kind of, in my opinion, the 135 belt.
There you go. T, what's going on? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, a lot of guys asking.
I was going to say.
You can bet on it if you're asking.
Gotta love our audience. You got 3 guys already asking.
You can't bet on our guys.
Can we bet on it?
I'm sure you can.
Of course you can.
I've won a lot of people. So I'm telling you, if you need a good fighter or a woman to bet on, put your bets on me, because I fought Paige Van Sant one time, and the odds, I can't remember specifically what they were, but I was definitely the underdog, and it was an awesome fight.
And you won?
And I won. And
that would have been a big payout.
They were huge payouts. Like the numbers people were telling me that they won, and I was super excited and super happy for them, and I still am. But, in the back of my mind, I was like, well, you can break me off a little bit if you want for those big bets, but
I was always wondering, boxing, Scott, is it easier to gain weight or lose weight? I always watch these fighters making weight. Is it easier to gain it or go up a class or go down a class?
You would think it would be easier to gain weight, but I'm telling you, I have had such a hard time with it, and I know a few other fighters that's funny to joke about that will be eating and be like, oh gosh, we have to put on so much weight, and then it'll just shut it all off, especially being in South Florida. It's so hot, and our gym doesn't have air conditioning. It's one of those good classic killer gyms.
Sauna gym.
Yep. So it has been actually a struggle. I remember one time for a fight camp, the boys went to go run, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. I'm getting my stuff on, and my coach was like, oh, what do you think you're doing? I'm like, well, I'm going running with the guys. He says, no, you're not. You fight at 125 and you weigh 122 right now. No, you're not running. And I was like, but my cardio, all that. And I didn't want to miss out on the run with the guys. And he made me sit it out because I was losing too much weight. I was walking around that fight camp 122, but the fight was at 125.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'm eating cupcakes on the way. I was living in California.
Sound like TK.
Yeah, what's the difference when you're fighting? I mean, you got the octagon, you got a round circle. What do you train in? Do you train in a square? Do you train in a circle? I know there's all different stuff, so I don't know what you guys train in.
I've trained in them all, even dirt patches outside. But I've trained in all the rings, all sizes, all shapes, all qualities. And it is something for sure. Your footing and the way you move is a little bit different. But overall, I think that, if you have the skills and it's all in your mind, you don't need a rope or anything to kind of contain you. But there are some strategic things to know, especially like in the octagon, working with that. A normal classic boxing ring where you have the corners. You're seeing fights now where they even fight in triangle rings. Those are something to take in consideration. But I will say this, and I'm not just saying it because I fight for BKFC, but the circle ring is hands down my favorite. And that specific ring, the creator and inventor of it, I mean, it is just an awesome ring. It looks small, but it feels spacious when you're in it. And then those ropes, I guess that you would say, kind of cool to the audience to know they're really hard. They're like steel. They don't bend and they don't have any tape.
Oh, they're not flexible.
No, not at all.
Wow.
So when you think of a rope like bouncing back,
yeah.
no, it's like boom, thud.
You get knocked out if you hit it the wrong way.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I do love it though. I really think it's one of the best ring designs I've ever seen.
So the last time you fought, I think what you mentioned, it was like last year, was it? The last time you had a fight?
Yeah, we're coming up on my a year, which is crazy and just to think. But April 4th in Dubai, which was this title actually.
This weekend, it's going to be your 1 year anniversary for not. Is that the longest stint you've had without a fight? 1 year since you've been with them, of course, BK.
No,
FC? I've
had a longer one with them, believe it or not. But as a champion, yes, it is definitely the longest.
Does that frustrate you? I'm just curious because I'm not in the mind of an athlete. But I respect everything about an athlete, the way they train, the way they think, the way they go around their regiment. But does that affect you, like when you're sitting for a while waiting to, does that affect like the mindset per se, like waiting and waiting and waiting versus knowing way in advance that you got a fight coming?
I think, yes, to any fighter, champ or not, it's always that waiting game that really can kill you. It can kind of dull your shine. It leaves more room for mistakes or slip up or slacking. Someone calls and says, hey, we're having an event out here or a party out here. It's like, I don't have a fight coming up. Why not? And those really add up. So you got to be careful and cautious on that. And then, just for a point of being relevant, sometimes, they say a fighter is good as their last fight. Well, when it's been such a long time, you really start kind of forgetting them or being watered down with all the other exciting fights that have happened between now and then. And so, and then you have, ring rust is always a thing. But if you're in the gym, for me, I never think that that's really going to bother me because I do stay in the gym. I do stay training. I stay sparring regularly. Yeah. So, but it is different. It is a different concept being out and fighting in front of crowds of thousands of people versus being in the gym. And I think as I've grown personally in the sport, it's wild that I get a little bit more nervous or into it a little more than I did before. And I always thought that I'd be like, all right, let's, you're used to this.
Is it a nervous energy? It's not, it's not like you're nervous to go. Is it more of a nervous energy, like knowing it's time to go? More so than just being nervous to go in there?
Yeah, no, not nervous to go in there and fight. But
I would think your mindset is ready to rumble.
Right. It's just all the people, all the eyes, the attention, versus being in the gym sparring, Again, so in the gym, it's all for fun, so you don't really ever care about that. But when you're going out, your TV and there's everybody's eyes are on you, it's more so just nervous
gotta be intense.
To do your best, and to be able for the world to see you at your best.
Now, out of all the venues out there, I don't know how many exactly BKFC has at this point, but what's your favorite venue to fight in? If you had to pick a place where the crowds are jacked up, is it the Hard Rock or is there other places out there that are even more more into it?
I love the Hard Rock. It's definitely a home away from home to many of us fighters. But I will say it is going to be very hard to top off Sturgis.
Really? Wow. Missouri?
No,
South Dakota.
Oh, South Dakota. Excuse me. Right. The motorcycle. I'm thinking of the races.
My mom's from out there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Why? They go nuts?
Nuts. And what a euphoric feeling just to be walking out on the same walkway that Kid Rock comes out on, and the same stage at Buffalo Chip. And then you look out. So one is outdoors. So I love fighting outdoors. That's very cool.
Oh, it's an outdoor event.
Yep, it's an outdoor
Wow.
event.
When do they have that usually? Summertime, obviously.
So I want to say probably thanks to me, and toot my own horn, but I was at Sturgis back in 2024, I think. And
Did you pull up in a motorcycle?
I had to fly
should do
in,
that.
so I didn't. But I thought about it. We did a lot of motorcycle photo shoots during that bike camp, so that was super fun. But you do go out there and everyone's on their bike and they're like revving it up. Everyone is very, very high energy.
Right.
And you just hear these bikes everywhere. I think there were 70,000 people in attendance for that fight.
Wow.
So that's the largest that I've.
Oh,
Where's that, in the
wow.
football stadium?
I was going to say, no, it's outdoors.
Yeah, it's
So they
outdoors.
can build
Well,
they can
outdoors could
build
be a
the
football.
seating however they want, basically.
Right. True.
Yeah, people were on rooftops, sitting, just cheering.
Are they screaming your name?
They were by the third round. They were for sure.
There you go. And you won that fight?
But yeah, but it was not only did I win it, it was a fantastic performance. Me and the other girl, her name's Taylor Starling.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was just really one of the best fights. I think it should have been fight of the year. It definitely got fight of the night, but it was a fight of the year. And Conor McGregor was there, and we just made him so proud. He was just like
There you go.
crazy.
Got to make the bosses proud, right?
Right. And then because of that, Sturgis was like, wow, this was such a great experience for everybody and our fans loved it. We want to make this a regular thing. So they had it again. So
questions?
it's my understanding that it's actually going to be an annual event in August. So every August, guys,
We got to
make
go
that
out there
trip.
and check that
I've
out.
been out there
Let me
a
ask
few
you.
times.
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead, Teddy.
Tell me about knockouts. Like, are there a lot of knockouts in your weight class with a woman versus a woman, like 115 pounds, or is it
There's
more
a
decision?
lot of knockouts.
So I think they're more like TK, like a technical knockout.
Okay.
They're more in that regards. And then you have to look at the men too. You know, men that fight at 125, 135.
Yeah, exactly.
You just don't see it
It's
as
like
much.
Floyd Mayweather. He never had knock. I mean, it was very rare. You know, for the
Especially
most
the
part,
end of
it
his
was-
career was
Yeah,
all this.
all defense. All defense.
He was the smartest guy in the box, though.
He was, but
He
you know,
left unscathed.
people, the crowd definitely wants to see people go down.
They do.
That's for sure.
And that's why bare knuckle is so amazing and
Yeah, they
genius in a
get
way.
jacked up.
Because, yeah, we can't guarantee knockouts all the time, and they don't happen.
Is
as
your
usual.
mindset, though, to go in there and destroy?
Oh, hands down. Honestly, it
You're
was
not like
a-
going in there to like, I'm just going to get rid of her. I'm going to try and knock her ass out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been kind of a chip on I just recently let it go, but it was a huge chip on my shoulder for years
Right.
with this whole knockout thing, because people would be like, oh, Britain's great, but she lacks power. She has no knockout power. And I'm like, oh, I'll show you knockout power. So, I'm training. And then you hear all this little, oh, we don't pay women enough because they don't have knockouts. Women don't get paid as much because, they're not as exciting. And it's just, I don't really know where people are really coming up with that, because I hear and see all the time where they say the women's make the best fights and they have exciting fights.
I see
and
some
they
pretty
try to
damn
make
good
up-
ones lately with the women.
Right.
Not only UFC, too, as well as bare knuckle.
And the girl that is always fighting on the Jake Paul fight, she's really fun to watch.
Alicia
Yeah, she was
Baumgartner.
just talking about.
No, was it Amanda?
Amanda Serrano.
Amanda Serrano, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Real quick, though, guys, for those who are wondering where you can bet on bare knuckle fighting. So, legal states: Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maine, North Carolina, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee,
go to
Virginia,
Boston.
West Virginia, and Wyoming. States where it is not legal. Very interesting: Washington, D.C., Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Vermont, Washington.
Well, where's the rest of them? There's 50.
Well, I'm just reading off of DraftKings, so
Oh, I gotcha.
DraftKings isn't in Florida per se, so they're not going to list Florida. So I don't even know if Hard Rock offers it. I would imagine if they have the events,
Oh, they absolutely do.
No, they do.
they do offer it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can have bare knuckle.
There you go. So that answers Florida. But yeah, I'm just going off of where
Here's
DraftKings
the $1 million question. When's the next fight? Is there
Oh,
any?
I was gonna
I know
ask
we
that.
talked off screen about
That's what I'm
it.
thinking
but I
the whole
wanted-
time.
I
I
want.
know. That's
Because I'm
the
putting the
news
bet down.
that everybody wants to hear. I wanted to put an April Fool's today, the kind of, and I did sort of on social media, but I'm such a bad liar. But in the aspect of fight news, I haven't even talked about it. I literally got off the phone this morning. So I really had my
breaking
eyes on
news.
Utah. Yes, exactly. So you're hearing it absolutely here first. I really haven't even got a chance to talk to my coaches about it. So I'm going to go to practice after this and then be like, what the hell, Britt? But so there's going to be 2 dates. So it's either going to be June or July. So they said that they would tell me next week.
Okay.
But I am really, really hoping.
Let's get the Hard Rock.
And think that it is going to be the Hard Rock. So
wow.
Guess what, fight fans?
How much time
You'll
do
bring
you
1,000 people, T.
Like, how much time are you comfortable with? Obviously, maybe if it's
Training
short
wise?
notice, like when they say, okay, your fight's on this date, like what's your ideal time window?
Yeah, so for me, I think when I started beginning, kind of, you heard a little bit of my story where I started late and I was playing like catch up. I took these fights on 2 weeks notice. I think the worst one that I did was a 4 days notice, but that started being kind of like a regular thing. I started kind of getting out of control now that I'm champ. Like, it's bigger than that. So when we're talking about physical, I really don't need that much time. I think 6 weeks is plenty, but it is such a different world.
What about to take TK on? Wouldn't you need longer than 6 weeks to take him on?
Nah, 6 weeks is good. But yeah, it's bigger than that. You want to give people notice so they can travel, they can make plans, they can take vacation. Sponsors, I am in a position now where I love my sponsors. So shout out to Muscle Meds and Magic Dose. I've been working with them and I always want to make them proud and give them proper time. And then also new sponsors. We're always trying to grow the team and have more people on board. But when it's like, oh, you got to turn your logo in 1 week, 2 weeks, it gets harder with budgets and whatnot. So for me personally as a fighter, I think 8 weeks is the golden ticket. I don't think, longer of course is always cool, but very unlikely. And then 6 weeks, I can always, it's one of those things. Like we're talking about gambling, high risk, high reward. You got to balance that out. But 6 weeks, I would always take that bet going into a fight that I can do it.
Oh, cool. Eric, do we have the clip? I'd like to show this young lady at work. If we have that clip, I sent over to Ben. I hope you do. Did you get that clip, Ben? Let's put it up there. Let's see how she handles her job, like we handle ours on set here. This is what she does when she goes into the ring.
And depending on what fight it is, it could be an awesome testimony of how to just wing it.
Yeah. Well, listen. You're the 4-time defending champion. You're doing something right. That's for sure. You're getting the job done. And
You got any beef with any girls out there? The younger ones coming up that want to go after you, or? And I'm sure there's a lot of young ones.
Sure, they're all beefing.
18, 19-year-olds probably. I don't know.
Talk's cheap though, right?
Yeah, no, yes, it is. Skills pay the bills. So at the end of the day, your resume speaks louder than your words. And so I have a very strong resume. I think in the beginning, I definitely had beef. I think I was more so known for that in the beginning too, having just this natural organic beef with these girls. We didn't have to fabricate anything. I remember one girl came up to me before a weigh-in. She was like, yeah, so you want to make the weigh-in a little spicy? And I'm looking at this girl like, if you put your hands on me, I will punch you in the face. Like, do not touch me. And she's like, oh, okay then.
Do you choose, now that you're the champ, do you choose who you want to fight or?
And no,
or they choose that you don't really care who you fight, whoever they give you go after.
Yeah, I wish. I don't know. So you hear talks and myths that these fighters get to pick who they get to fight, but I have never got to pick who I get to fight. And right now, I definitely do have. I kind of think there was a period where I fought both, not both, but two of my friends. And to be real with you, I hated it. I hated fighting them because I like them. And it's just, we're not talking about basketball or baseball. We're talking about like literally having your face possibly rearranged or right. altered for the rest of your life, whether scarring, broken bones. This awesome girl, she just got her orbital broken a couple fights ago. And so that, is something to really take into consideration. And I would never want to do that to somebody that I love or was friends with.
You would turn down fights against people you have a better relationship with, you don't want to go against.
I don't turn down fights. I definitely don't, but I won't do anything.
Unless the price is right.
Well, yeah. And, I do say that, of course, everyone has their price. That is a thing.
Yeah.
But I have said this. If I ever have a friend come to me and say, hey, Britt, I really either A, need the money and the paycheck, or B, I really want to prove myself or see what I stand against the best, and you're the best, no disrespect, but let's just run it because I really want to see where I'm at with this. If they came to me and said that, I would absolutely, do it for them and agree to it. But just deep down inside, it would just be, it wouldn't be fun for me. It would be something I would have to find something else.
That's why I keep turning him down. He keeps asking to fight, man. I keep turning him down.
I would have gone to have beers on me on Sunday. I would have went in there.
I want to put that clip. Yeah. Can we put that clip up of Britt going at it? Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. See, this is one. I hated this girl. I still hate this girl. You want
to fight her right now?
Oh, man. We did a rematch, so it really doesn't make sense.
Now, you're 115 right there, right?
No, I'm 125.
Okay, 125. Got the hair and the dreads.
So this was, when was this? 2023, I want to say. Maybe. No. 2021.
You're just coming at her all out
look at
assault.
That clinch work.
Oh, look at that. T, could you handle that, T?
I could take a few shots.
See, and this is my thing to follow up on your knockout question. It's like, I'm telling you, I train my hardest out.
Oh, you're looking to put her away.
Yeah, and you guys can see with your own eyes, some of those shots, especially that hook, those were knockout punches. It's just, I feel like every girl that comes and fights me, they have this thing inside them that's like, man, I got to be the toughest and best version of myself. Like,
you're beating the shit out of her.
So let me ask you a question, though, because that,
And she's not going down.
Right.
Yeah, she's like...
You got to respect that a little bit, right?
Yeah. And I think the commentator says something. He's like, wow, I'm just really impressed with her ability to take damage.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't doing anything, and she just kept walloping her. So
them ropes, like you said, there's no bend on them ropes. It's thick metal.
Guys, that's the key. When you're betting on sports, you got to be able to take those kind of punches and stay standing. It's important.
Take the knockouts.
Do you watch a lot of tape of before the fight? Do you watch a tape of your fighters before, or you just go in right at it?
Of my fights or my opponent?
Other person that you're going to fight. Watch a lot of tape?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. There's and not so much their fights, but like the training videos are very key and essential. I think, when you're placing bets too, guys, don't look at their fights. Go pull up their Instagram page, look at what they're working at and see, and then compare the two guys, because I've picked up a lot of, I just can't, like amazing things and feedback from watching training videos of my ops, to where I remember being in the ring live action and being like, oh, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, wow, this is exactly from training like this. You can expect what they're going to do. Because we change as people and individuals, but we change as athletes, especially when you're changing locations and coaches. Like, those all play a factor into how a fighter's going to perform and what they're going to really do come fight night.
How long has your team been with you right now? You assembled. Have they been with you from the get-go since day one, or you have a new team, or it's the same team since you started with BK?
Yes and no. I do have my, minus the really, really dark era of my boxing career, I really say that my first coach was Marcus Luck, and that's who I'm with still today.
Oh, okay.
In a way, he lives in Virginia, and I love him. He's an awesome coach, and he has a huge arsenal of professional fighters that you have to check out that are up and on the rise. But with moving and being down in Florida, which is really where my heart felt like it was being called to and that I had to be here, I fly him in. So he comes into my fights. So I still have that longevity, like someone who really knows me, like inside and out, what to say. But, and James Buckner is another one that, man, what an amazing story of him coming into my team. Someone he's not really a coach, has no fighting experience or background in that, but he has been a huge asset to how I move and how we work in a team dynamic. And then Ryan Perez is he is nicknamed the Cheat Code.
Okay.
We worked back together in 2021, and I did a ton of fights together, and then I ended up moving and went back to Virginia, and so it was just with luck. When I came back to Florida, he was kind of tied up, so I found myself a new coach by the name of Johnny Thunder, and I worked with him for a couple world titles, and we got two together. Unfortunately, he died in January.
Oh, wow.
So that's been really a hard, dark thing to move through. So just know, Coach Thunder, still love you, and you're with me always. But me and Ryan have been working, even, when Thunder was still here with me, there was kind of like a half and half, depending, because they're so different in their fight styles. And as a fighter, you have to take that into consideration. And getting back with Ryan and being more defensively sound was just what was in the books for me. And so I am really happy to say that we have been working. He's been a huge support system for me in my life for the last 5 years. So I'm super excited to kind of switch things up, and I haven't fought with him for 2 years now. So to get back in the ring with the cheat code, I think you should go look up a clip against me and Melanie Shaw. I knocked this girl's teeth out.
Oh, boy.
And it was a huge viral moment, but that was the last fight we had together, and boy, was it a fight.
Any questions, Teddy, from anybody out there?
No.
All right.
That all they care about is betting. I'm telling you.
All they care about is betting. They just want to bet on you. That's all.
Hey, I'll take
They don't want to
it.
get to know you. They want to just bet on you. That's all right.
Good.
That's our audience. Well, we really, really appreciate you coming in because we know you got a lot of things going on, and I'm ready to see you fight.
I do have one more question. When is the next hard? Oh, do you know a fighter by the name of AJ?
The biggest.
The biggest, yeah.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
AJ. He's an
Oh, you know
amazing
him?
fighter, amazing friend. He's seriously one of my favorites.
Awesome. No, Joe, the guy who does the podcast here with his dad, is friends with him.
Oh.
And I see them together and posting.
So it's a pretty tight community, I would think, of all the fighters and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's been the greatest thing. I honestly, I never asked to do bare knuckle. I never thought I was going to. I had a late start, and some unfortunate circumstances brought me to fighting. Didn't think it would be something, but I'm really good at it, and that makes sense. But more so, the people and the family that it's brought me to, the network around combat sports, and specifically bare knuckle, has been life-changing, not once, not twice, but a few times. So it's definitely the place to be and keep your eyes on for the money.
Well, you're doing something right because you are the champ.
Well, they want to know her handle on Instagram.
So it's at Team Britton Hart. So just like my name, you just got to put a team in front of it, because you know what? I'm always looking to build that team. Yeah, teamwork for the dream to work.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on with us today, and we wish you nothing but all the success in the world. And I know him and I don't know if Teddy gets out, but we'll be at hopefully at the Hard Rock.
I'll go to the next
Oh,
one.
When is the next
especially if
Hard
you're
Rock
fighting.
event?
We're going to come and support you and scream.
Scream.
Scream. Let's go, Britt.
That's the best.
The one and only Britton Hart, ladies and gentlemen, the 115 strawweight champion of the world for the
undisputed, baby.
BKFC. Yeah, just do it over there, not over here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on, and we really appreciate it. And we're going to follow your career, see what's keep on winning, man. Let's go. I want to hear 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th defense of that title.
There we
Couple
go.
people
Bet on it.
asking for the social media.
Yeah, I'm putting it up right now
Oh.
for him.
You gonna put it in there?
Yep.
Okay, we'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, we'll put it up there. You'll have some followers.
We got one more question. I think this is just.
Can't get ready yet.
I think this is Zach Smacks just probably asking a silly question. I don't know. I don't even know if he's involved in bare knuckle fighting. But do you know Bryce Hall?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about then.
Yep.
There you go, Zach.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, I had one other question. Is there such thing as a 6th round?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, can you just elaborate real fast on? Because I heard I don't know. I don't want to say. But could you tell me?
It's very exciting. But it is also
How does it go to a
strange.
6th?
So the idea and concept is that you have this awesome fight, right? And the cool thing about bare knuckle, although I think they are doing some weird 3-round thing, which I'm actually don't know much about.
Okay.
But typically, under my assumption, is that BKFC man, woman, championship fight, debut fight, it doesn't matter. You all get 5 2-minute rounds. So there's
Okay.
none of this, oh, if it was a 10-round fight, it would have been better, or women need to fight 3 minutes like the men. No, it's all the same, all equal. So I love that. I think that's a huge point. But when there's they're odd amount of rounds. So if it's 5 rounds and it literally comes down to it being a draw, this is where that final round comes out, that sudden death moment.
Have you been in one of those?
No, I haven't. So
all your fights have ended one way or another after 5.
yeah. And
So that's pretty cool.
it's a clear
So
victory
if
after
it
5.
if it comes out a draw after 5, they extend it to a 6th.
Yep, and the idea, it's definitely very dramatic, and I think it should be a movie about it.
Now, what happens? I'm just crazy.
They literally go to the corner. I'm pretty sure they let the fighters decide too. So this is good knowledge for fighters to know, so you don't get like pressured into something, because I've seen that happen too. But they'll go to them and be like, all right, it's going to be a draw, but you're going to have this option. If you want to do the 6th round, the sudden death match, it's a winner takes all. So the first 5 rounds you fought, that's out the window. We're not judging those. We're not scoring those. We're not looking at them.
It's a one-round fight.
One round. Who is the winner of this one round takes all. And, of course, a lot of people will bite on that and be like, oh, wow, and they'll get into it.
Can that still end in a draw?
Yeah.
No, it won't.
So they have to pick.
Have to be a winner.
They have to pick a winner.
So that's the reason why that exists. So it won't be a draw after that. There will be a winner.
Yeah, the competitive athlete like yourself, you're not going to say, no, I'm done after 5. I'm going for the 6th.
Right, yeah.
You're not going to just say, all right, we'll just keep it like it is.
Exactly.
It's a draw.
Exactly.
You want to have at least a shot, especially as a champ.
Yeah, and as a fighter, it's hard. But, there are some, I'm not saying that I would do it, but there are some situations where, injuries or cuts or just being real with yourself.
Right.
Would you rather walk away with the draw? You don't have to do it, but would you rather walk away with a draw or
you don't see it that often, though. I've gone to I've gone to like the last few. I don't think there's been one at Hard Rock. I mean, I don't watch them all, but does it happen that often? I don't think so.
I wouldn't say that often. I don't know. That's a really great question. We can bet on on how many.
Yeah, what happens on that? Yeah, with the betting point, if it goes an extra round, I guess. Well, I guess if you're betting on whoever wins.
Right. I think
whether it goes 5 or 6.
High reward, because I have seen it. I've placed some bets in my lifetime, and I feel like I've seen that option be out there specifically for bare knuckle. But
I got to ask you, if not women, obviously, because you're obviously the top notch male fighter. Who's your favorite at this point for bare knuckle that you follow?
There's so many.
Who's like an up and coming star that you think has potential?
I would say Bryce Henry. He's just the total package. He's a young gun, but he's.
What's the deal with this Mike Perry?
Mike Perry is awesome too. I think he's great for the sport. I love his personality. But
yeah, he's got a good personality.
I wouldn't say he's the best,
right?
But I think he's the best. Human
promote. He's like a promote. Yeah.
But as far as fighter, but I do love his style. He's a very tough style. But as far as me personally wanting a style, like if I could be. That's what I look at with favorites. Who would I want to be? Who would I look up to and kind of imitate? And it would be Bryce. Again, a lot of great fighters out there. I love them. And the only reason why you're not my favorite is just because their fighting style is just different to me, or it wouldn't be something productive for me.
What do you consider? What do you consider your style of fighting? I mean, you're aggressive. You're on the defensive, waiting to take an opportunity and crush it, or are you going full throttle right at them?
I would say
I hope I'm not giving out any secrets, but
no. I would say I'm a puncher brawler style.
You're going to get rid of them right away. You want to get them out,
right?
Quick.
But I still try to be slick and in and out, and I don't want to take a lot of unnecessary damage. Or I guess to say it's not that because I'll go in there and throw down, but I never want it to be a rock'em sock'em robots fight.
Right.
I want to, and those fights are exciting, and I've had those fights, so it's not that I can't do it. But the ones that I really get off to are the ones where you're like, ooh, missed me, boom. And exactly when I see fighters, I'm like, oh, did you see that? It's that slick movement, those angles that I really am just stunned by.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on our show, and we look forward, and we're going to keep track of what's going on, and hopefully we'll get that fight here at the Hard Rock. You going to go?
I'll go. I'll take a ride down there with you. I'll check it out.
All right.
Hey, and you can bet while you're there. So it just makes sense. You got the casinos, got everything good there, and then you got me. But yes, it's an honor, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. And all your fans watching.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you guys. Definitely bet on me. And that fight news, it's coming.
Give him one of these.
Yeah.
You do it better than I do.
Look, with the belt, keeping it in the box.
And we got to get you back at one of these winnable parties in the near future. So when we know about it, we'll give you a heads up. Yeah. They definitely liked you down there. As soon as you brought that belt out, the whole place kind of went a little crazy.
I know.
They wanted to speak to the champ.
We keep having such great news, but since we're talking about winnables and BKFC, and for you guys to keep your eyes out, they're going to do a cruise at January. So they're like, it's still being in the works, but the tickets are still on pre-sale.
There you go.
So there you go.
Are you going?
Oh, you know it. I am.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Fighting in a cruise.
Oh, so you can meet the champ, guys. Go on that cruise. Winnables throwing a party, a cruise with KNUCKLE.
Yeah, they're actually.
Did you put that together, Scotty?
No, I didn't. I didn't put it together. No, not that good yet. But eventually, we'll try to get the champ get her in with Winnable down the road. All right, thanks so much, and we will speak to you in the near future.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you. Have an awesome week.
Thanks again. What do you think of that, T?
Yeah, man, it was good, man. It was good.
You don't get.
I'm
you don't get.
Fights.
You
I got to go to their live to get excited.
Huh?
I'll have to go to the fights live to get excited.
Yeah, no, it's a good take. I went to the last one. There was some good fights. It's a mixed bag. You see some fights. One fight ended in the first round, first minute. Then you get some that drag on that are really intense. Thanks again.
The first round, first minute fight, I'm assuming a knockout?
Knocked right out.
Wow.
Knocked the pants right out of them. Well, it's almost like our games, guys. We either knock them out of the park.
Or they knock us out.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys, because we got the March Madness tournaments, obviously down to the final 4 teams, 4 great teams left. Illinois, Connecticut, Arizona, and Michigan. I mean, I don't know. TK, I believe, is Michigan. You're picking to win it all, right?
Michigan to win it all, man. I'm going to have some stuff going here tonight. I don't know if you want to start tonight or go to the weekend, but I'm going to get
whatever you want to do, guys. I mean,
what do you want to do here? Want to go give out tonight's first and go to the weekend?
Michigan looks whatever you guys want to do.
Let's see. What do we got going? We got a lot of day baseball today. A lot of these games.
Yeah, a lot of the baseball's done. Baseball's kind of phased out.
Teddy, I think, is tired of baseball already.
I'm not.
First couple days I got them, and then the last few days they've got me right back. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday they got me on the chin. I'm like,
you're like a fighter.
I'm like a fighter, but you know what? That's the key to sports betting. You got to be able to take the punches because you can land 3 good punches, then you get punched back 3 times, and sometimes you're trading the punches. But if you hang in there and you wait for the right moment, that's when you can come in with the barrage and the combos and the uppercuts, and that's when you do your damage. So just like Scotty had his 80% 2-month period, even if his next month and a half is 50-50, he's still overall successful because he got off all those punches.
Not in their eyes.
In those.
Not in their eyes.
Oh no, not in their eyes.
No, not in their eyes.
The average sports betting follower, you guys out there, the guys that watch this podcast, you guys are great, but the average follower doesn't really comprehend what's true professional sports betting is. They think it's like all cash flying in the air and parlays hitting. Right. It's really a grind. It's a daily grind. You're going to have your stretches where you go 18-0 or 18-4. You're going to have your stretches where you go 5-10. It's going to happen. But you have to look at the long term. You have to zoom out. Look at that year. What did that year look like? What did that 3 months look like? And that's what it's all about.
How about this Max Fried off to an unbelievable start? 2-0 so far for the Yankees. Is he allowed to run? I don't even think he's allowed to run yet. They won again last night. Yankees 4-1, beating Seattle. They're playing again today. And anybody like anything in that matchup today? You got the Yankees Schittner against Kirby, 120 Seattle. Are you liking that game, T, or no?
I stayed away from it. I put out one game, my first 5-star of the year in MLB baseball. Sandy Alcantara, baby, 9-0 right now.
Blowout.
And he's pitching good as well. He's got a shutout. He won last game, the home opener. He was only minus 145 today, man. 9-0 right now, bottom of the 7th. So first
imagine, Sandy on another team. You
like Sandy.
I love Sandy. Yeah. I like that Yuri Perez.
You're always promoting him.
I like Yuri Perez also, but Sandy on any other team, you're not getting 145 odds, so that's pretty cool.
Well, they had Smith going for the White Sox. He was an all-star game last year. As one of his top pitchers.
Anything you guys looking at tonight, whether it's baseball or basketball or the CBI tournament? You got 2 games tonight. I mean, the greatest teams in the world playing. Oklahoma and Colorado, 9.5 Oklahoma, and you got Baylor, Minnesota. Baylor's 3.5. Anybody looking at those?
I think that Oklahoma line's a little big. 2 quality teams. I think that's a big line. Just
think Colorado
without digging deep into the game. I haven't done a deep dive into that game, but I think it's a big line.
Okay.
But I really like the Heat tonight. They're fighting. They're back and forth. Some nights they look great. Some nights they don't.
Can they beat Boston?
But no, they don't need to beat them. I moved the line to 6.5. They're at home.
4.5 to 6.5.
Well, it was 5.5 this morning, so I pulled the 5.5 to 6.5. And there's no better feeling when you take a 5.5 to 6.5, and then you look 3 hours later, and that 5.5 is now 4.5. Because now you really got a I know Scotty knows that feeling very well. Because now you got a really big advantage because you moved it this way, and then the line moved this way, so you got that.
Sitting with a 3-point really. Well, at least 2 to 3.
Yeah, you got a big advantage there. So I love that play, and now knowing that it moved to 4.5, I love it even more.
I mean, look at this board tonight in the NBA. Talk about teams, big favorites. 14.5 Philadelphia on the road. Knicks 14.5 on the road. I mean, Denver 16.5 on the road. I mean, Toronto's 12. I mean, there's
that's
some
what you call late March lines.
I mean, this time of the year, you got to be very careful, guys, because you're chasing deadwood teams, and you don't know if the other teams are going to get up to try to blow them out or going to get up and blow them out. The Knicks are just Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team. I mean, last night didn't even have a shot in that game. They made them a favorite, 1.5 against Houston, and they weren't even in that game from the start all the way until the end. Now they're 14.5 on a back-to-back against Memphis. I know Memphis is a beat-up team, but how can you lay 14.5 on a back-to-back with a team that's just not playing that well lately? The Knicks had a good run. Now they're playing, sloppy basketball again. You like that game at all? Any of you guys on that? No?
I'm with Teddy, man. I'm going to stick with college basketball here tonight. I think this tournament out there, the Crown Tournament,
all right,
I think it's too many points, too, as well. I'm going to take Colorado plus the 10.
Dang.
I mean,
a high five.
I know Oklahoma, their spread record, I think they're undefeated like so many games in a row. But you got to look at Colorado, too. They're 5-2 their last 7 against the spread. When Oklahoma plays Colorado, they're an underdog every time. And they're 4-1 their last 5 against the spread as underdog. I'm going to take the point. Too many. I think Oklahoma wins this game by 3 or 4, keeps it close here tonight. I mean, both teams haven't played here in a couple weeks?
Like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's in a while.
I don't understand it. Why are they sitting so long before they come out? And they haven't played a game, and they're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I just
I don't get it.
It's an 8-team tournament.
Yeah,
is that what it is? Okay,
yeah.
So it's automatically the quarter.
I think
the dog in the other game is alive too with Minnesota. I'd buy it up. They'll do the Scotty M to 5.5. I think Minnesota can stay with Baylor. I mean, I don't think any strength of schedule between those two conferences, and I think Minnesota is a live dog. I mean, both these teams are nothing as far as throughout the season. You got Baylor at 16-16 club, 50-50 at best, and you got Minnesota as a 16-17. So I mean,
TK, to your point, Oklahoma did close the month
15-7.
They closed the season very strong. Seven against the spread in a row.
They're like perfect.
Yeah, they played good first.
Colorado 5-2 against the spread, but I think that all gets thrown out the window with this big break. Like what you did 2 weeks ago. I mean,
right. Who wants it more?
And these players are getting paid for this too.
Yeah,
they're getting paid for this.
Everyone's getting paid, and of course, I'm sure they get bonuses. If they win. So they want to win. They want to.
What are you rating those games, guys?
I got 3 units on that.
Yeah, I would just rate it for me on your guys' scale out of 2 out of 5. I go 2 out of 5.
You know, by the way, I never felt so safe before on set.
You had 2 guns next to you.
Yeah, I had those guns sitting right next to me there, so I felt pretty safe. I didn't think anything could go wrong. Now I'm a little nervous again. No, I'm only kidding.
Well, we got the NIT tomorrow. You looking at the NIT?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be pulling the trigger on NIT for sure. I'm not giving out.
When is the NIT?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
I had a pretty good.
Let me tell you something. That Illinois State, they keep giving them a lot of points, man. And they keep beating these good teams. They beat Dayton. They beat Wake Forest, number 1 seed. Dayton, the number 2 seed. And they were both like 7.5. Now they're getting, I think, 7.5.
6.5.
Tomorrow night. Who are they playing?
Auburn's playing in
Auburn,
Illinois. They're going to need the points, man. I think Auburn's going to smoke show them. You got to understand, Illinois State's coming out of the Missouri Valley Conference, man. That's
but they can
that's
play.
Almost like with that team Miami Ohio's division out there. But I think Auburn's just going to come out and take care of business. I think they win this game by double digits. They're going to throw it down in NIT.
Yeah.
I think they're going to come out. I don't know who they're going to
What are you rating that game?
I'd put it out 3-unit play, but I think they're going to win this game double digits. Tulsa, New Mexico, I'll flip a quarter on that one. But Auburn should smoke show Illinois State.
I got to ask you, switching gears a minute. Panthers over last night because the game was over in the first period almost.
Unbelievable. The Panthers won. They scored
2 goals. They scored 5 goals in the first period?
Yeah, Panthers, their season's about done.
Yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame if I think about it for hockey because you got a 2-time defending champion, and unfortunately had about 8 to 10 guys banged up. Most teams probably wouldn't even have won a third of their games. Panthers are playing like 500 ball, but you lose all those players. It's just you don't even have a shot at defending the cup.
Now they get a nice long off season.
Yeah, they can play some golf now. Maybe we'll catch them on the golf. Did you play golf on Sunday, by the way?
No, it rained.
Oh, okay.
Stormed.
You should have came to that party, man. It was pretty
You gotta
good.
understand, Scott. I don't like being around large groups of people.
No, it was spread out, though. It was like 20,000 square feet. It was you weren't on top of people, and it was only 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was 100
nothing.
Yeah, it was 100
100 people and
You would
20,000
have
square
plenty of
feet.
room. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Well, when I say 20,000, it's like they had a bunch of areas.
it's a warehouse, right?
Yeah, but it
I
was
saw
like-
I saw the boxing ring. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was hoping she would have got in it and started taking on people one by one. But anyways, that's it. But guys, I think we had a great show. Anything else you want to add? I know you got some NASCAR. You guys want to futz around with some golf here or what?
I didn't even look at that, but I'm going to give one out for Saturday too, man. If you're going to give out a play for the tournament on Saturday, I don't know if you want to give out anything here, but I think I'm going to fire away with Connecticut, man. Connecticut, man, playing great after that amazing shot. They shouldn't even been in the final. If Boozer throws the ball straight up in the air,
Who's the one? Who's the one that said that when Connecticut? It was you, I believe. Connecticut gets to the Final Four, they win.
No, when Connecticut the last 4 times they got to the Sweet 16,
they've won it.
They've won it all.
Well, there you go. That's a good number.
Yeah.
If they go, they're going to have to beat Michigan. Michigan,
okay.
But Michigan should take care of you.
Listen, if they could beat Duke,
they got to beat Arizona first, Michigan, but UConn, man, they're playing hot, man. 6-1 their last 7 games straight up, 10-2 their last.
that Illinois is no joke either,
up.
man. Illinois is no joke. These teams that are in there, these 4 teams, man, they're tough. They got Somebody got a perfect. Anybody got a perfect bracket going, or that got knocked out? Nobody
got knocked out a while back.
Nobody got a perfect bracket. All right. Well, there we go. Baseball tonight. I guess there's nothing really. We talked about it. All the games have mainly gone off. I like the way the Yankees have been playing, but I'm not going to touch them tonight. I didn't see. I got to play. I think Minnesota Twins tonight's a nice play with Joe Ryan. I'm going to give that out. As a matter of fact, that's one of my big plays that I'm putting out the guys to buy. So anyone on here is getting a little gift. I'm going to take the Twins tonight, and I'm going to lay the 120 against KC. I think he's going to pitch sharp again like he did in his first outing. So I'm take Minnesota on the road, even though they're 1-3 right now. Kansas City's no world beater. I just like the spot. I like the matchup. I think the Twins get the win. That's I'd rate that 4 units on a scale of 1 to 5. And that's it.
I like it.
Anything else, guys?
No, but next week, guys, very important.
You got a big guest?
We got the Masters coming on.
Hey, with no Tiger.
No Tiger.
Yeah. Well, we got our answer whether Tiger was going to play or not.
Yeah, he's taking a break from golf.
Yeah, he's got to take a break
the lawyer
from life.
Made him do that.
Huh?
I think this lawyer made him go.
No, he's got to take a break from life, man. This guy's got issues.
Here's my thing though. He went to court. He pled not guilty.
Yeah.
But then he posted this whole thing about how he needs to take a break to fix.
Right.
Well, if you're not
It's
guilty,
personal. It's
if you're
personal
not
life.
guilty, why are you taking a break? Just move on. I don't know.
I think he got a little pressure from.
I think he got pressure
Trump's
from someone. Yeah.
The Trump family.
I think he got pressure from someone.
No?
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think he got pressure.
Isn't
from
he
someone.
with Don Jr.'s ex-wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there was some conversations held there. But I'm
I would not
I'm not
doubt
going to
that.
get into the political side of this. But hey, I really appreciate Britt and Hart coming on with us today. That's great. It's always good to have an athlete that's in the mix. I mean, as a current champion, think about it. That's pretty cool. And she came in here, champ she is, and I met her at the fights on the 20th at the Hard Rock, and 11 days later, she's sitting in his studio with us, and we love it. And we wish her nothing but the best on her upcoming fights. Hopefully it'll be at the one at the Hard Rock, and we'll go out there and give her some good support. Right, TK?
I'll head out there with you. Those are always Saturday night there, so.
Friday night, I think.
Friday nights?
Well, it depends. Sometimes they do them Saturday. Sometimes they do them Friday. All right, guys, great show. Like I said, this time of the year, not a lot going on. Well, actually, there'll be a lot going on in the month of April. You got the NBA winding down, going into the playoffs, NHL going into the playoffs. Intensity levels will go sky high. And obviously, baseball is still early in the season, so there'll be some opportunities. Just be careful out there, guys, when you're making these plays. Don't be chasing after games just for the sake to have the action of them. Try to treat it like a little business, build up some bankroll, and have that bankroll ready when football season rolls around in August, so you can start making even more money. Just follow the boys over here. TK, where can the people out there find you each and every day? You got some great content. The guy is on fire. I believe he's now 8-0 or 9-0.
5-star.
Well, it's not official yet, but I would call it official.
Yeah, man, the guy's got to be loving. Got a lot of guys that purchase. But the best way to find me, go right down. It's right down there at TK Wins right there on Instagram. Put a lot of stories, a lot of content.
10-0.
10-0. There we go. Go to at TK Wins on Instagram. You can check it out.
They kicked the extra point.
And also join the broadcast channel when you're on there. You'll get all the latest updates, the latest specials. It tells you when we go live on Instagram as well. So check it out at TK Wins. Just drop it right below. At TK Wins.
All right. Guy's hot, man. Got to give him credit. I was hot for a long time. Maybe the torch is going over to the TK right now. Teddy and I are looking to start moving and grooving with some baseball. Love the month of April, though. A lot of good opportunities out there. All right. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. TB, Teddy Brooks, CEO of the Sports Prophets. Got a lot of great content. Always see it out there each and every day. How can the people take advantage of this great content, Teddy, and make them money?
Yeah, so go just start with my free picks. Go to my Instagram, _profits_pick. When you go there, there's a couple way to get the free picks, but there's a link in the bio. You can just click it. You sign up. We text you with a link for the free picks. And, guys, here's the thing. A lot of people, they get that free pick link for the Winnable Free Pick channel. I'm sure you have one. They never sign up for it. So we probably send that free pick link out 200 times a day, and only about 100 of the 200 people actually sign up for the free pick link.
Why is that?
People are lazy, Scotty. People are lazy. You want to hear a funny, quick story?
Sure,
I have a funny
not?
story.
We got a minute or two.
A guy signed up. He started texting us, asking us some questions, and he said, this is my play that I have tonight. What do you think? And we said, well, that's not really how it works. We don't give opinions on your plays. We just give you our plays. And he goes, what do you do for a living? We're like, what do you mean? What do we do for a living?
Shine shoe.
He goes, wait, this is actually your job? Mm-hmm. So my guy replies, yeah, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. He goes, oh, my God, that's amazing. He goes, I should fly down there to see you guys. Maybe you can hire me. People, guys, we're not looking to hire anyone. People are so slow, man. I mean, we're professionals. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here doing this, number one. And number two, I don't know what makes people think that they can just, do this. But
guys, let me tell you, to take what Teddy just said, this business is not for the faint of heart. This is serious commitment, the ups and downs of winning and losing and so forth and so on. And there's a lot of time and effort that goes into, making final decisions on these games. Everyone thinks it's just I don't know what they think, but, we put a lot of time and hours in each and every day, all three of us on here. And I can't speak for others out there, but we really try to get the best results possible. And it's not going to happen all the time. Listen, I just went through a 3-4 month run where I hit some phenomenal numbers, and guys know it because you guys are the ones out there buying and you're the ones out there following. So just work with us. If you're looking for quality and you're in it for the long haul, you got three good guys right here each and every day doing their best. And you can find me on my Instagram. Obviously, there it is right there. Boom. SM Sports Picks. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm giving 30% off for the month. All right, I went 22-9 last month. I was 21-4. I went 1-5. I'm going to be as relevant can be. 1-5 on my last 6 games. I still went 22-9 for the month. Take away 3.5 units on fees or juice. I picked up almost double digits. $100 players made over $1,000 they bought for the month. A package that's $149. That's 7 times, profit that you would have made just as a $100 player. $500 players made close to $5,000 at the end of the day. So take advantage of these offers. I got 30% off on my VIP for the month of April, today only, and I got 30% off on my high roller package, which had my first losing month in the last 4 was this month, in the month of March. But I know I'm good enough to come back, and I know I'm good enough to be consistent. You guys know it because you're following me. Take advantage of these offers. All you have to do is go on my stories or go to my main page on Instagram, click the link, and you could purchase. Everything I do is up on Winnable each and every day. It's no joke. We're all about doing the right thing. Again, thanks to the Podcast Junkies studio here. My man Eric running the show today. Big Ben Castro. They're supporting us. They give us all the love. They do a hell of a job. Guys, if you're looking to do a podcast show, this is the best place to be in the area. If you're in the Boca area, Fort Lauderdale area, wherever, West Palm Beach area, check out Podcast Junkies. They really do the right thing, and they work with you, and they make your show a better show. We'll be back next Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Same bat channel, same time right here with the one and only Get the Edge Sports Podcast. Let's go!